An article that was published in 2008 in Journal of Ethnopharmacology, with the title, Best Practice in Research, Consensus Statement on Ethnopharmacological Field Studies, CON-SEFS. Link for this article file is given in this video's description. Ethnopharmacological research aims at gathering information on local and traditional uses of plants and other natural substances. However, the approaches used and the methods employed vary, and while such a variability is desirable in terms of scientific diversity, research must adhere to well-defined quality standards and reproducible methods. Objectives. With CON-SEFS, the Consensus Statement on Ethnopharmacological Field Studies, we want to define best practice in developing, conducting, and reporting field studies focusing on local and traditional use of medicinal and food plants, including studies using a historical approach. Methods. After first developing an initial draft, the core group invited community-wide feedback from researchers, both through a web-based consultation and a series of workshops at conferences. During 2017, outcomes, the consultation resulted in a large number of responses. Feedback was received via a web link on the Journal of Ethnopharmacology's website. CA 100 responses, other oral and written responses and discussions with stakeholders at 4 conferences. The main outcome is a checklist, covering best practice for designing, implementing, and recording ethnopharmacological field studies and historical studies. Conclusions. Prior to starting ethnopharmacological field research, it is essential that the authors are fully aware of the best practice in the field. For the first time in the field of ethnopharmacology, a community-wide document defines guidelines for best practice on how to conduct and report such studies. It will need to be updated and further developed. While the feedback has been based on responses by many experienced researchers, there is a need to test it in practice by using it both in implementing and reporting field studies, or historical studies, and peer review.